It's really difficult to do these things on your own. Okay. Can you type something? Are you in the? Okay, cool. You must be there. Welcome to our proper first live stream session. Trying to get some content to record tonight. I don't know if you can use. It's difficult to speak in YouTube, so I don't know unless people share things and start typing and things. It's sort of my first time doing this. Okay, well, I'd like to crack on a little bit and sort of share with everybody a little bit about what's been going on this week because it's been really a bit of a roller coaster. So since this is going to be recorded and lots of people are going to be hopefully watching this later, again, well, welcome to the now official Pulse Unity YouTube channel. We will be recording as much content as we can over the sort of coming days, weeks, months, years. So we would hope that this channel will grow and be something extremely useful to everyone. Basically, to just sort of get started and a little intro on the project. Pulse, well, Unity started, for anyone that doesn't know, actually around 8 months ago, when there's a few of us started talking in January about how to technically use the crypto ecosystem, be it the coins or be it NFTs, staking, these sorts of things. That we weren't just it wasn't just about us making money for ourselves, but that we could also create this Unity Fund that would allow us to move on and do other things for projects and sort of charity work and giving books to schools and things like this in wherever we found we could help out. And it's been an idea that's sort of kept developing and developing, and we were almost there with the project that we were working with, and it just got to the point eventually whereby uh, we were going in different directions. Simply, we needed to have a proper structure in place for the essentially Unity in DeFi project. We needed to be able to raise funds and to essentially have our roadmap very clear about what we were planning to achieve and actually start doing something as opposed to just keep talking about it. So technically, we have started Pulse Unity now. The idea that we sort of were originally running with was to start with an NFT collection, which is already ready, and I'll come more to that in a minute. But then it seemed to make a lot more sense to us that we would, in the first instance, launch a coin. And of course, I know, and everyone's going to sort of flood this and say, "Oh, there's so many coins out there, and what's the utilities?" Well, we can explain them, and we can run through the different aspects of the project bit by bit for you in probably a series of videos because there's a lot of content. For today, I just want to sort of make a brief presentation and of course, if people come in the room, answer any specific questions that you've got. I'm also going to talk about our roadmap in a minute, which is something I actually haven't put onto camera, and something that not many people know about in terms of where we're actually planning to go over the next 5 years. So hopefully there's going to be a bit of interesting information in here that maybe some people have never heard before, and will make you even more excited about the project. So a little rundown on where we've been at this week. Of course, we have had to do and are still in the process of doing a complete rebrand. So that has meant moving a lot of our website and other things that we have sort of the tools in our box, so to speak, like the Discord channels, the Telegram channels, the YouTube. This is the first one that we've done live, and of course create all of the graphics, the artwork, and everything else for that. And we're nearly there. PulseUnity.com is live and running, and we'll come to the sacrifice about that again as well in a little bit. And social.pulseunity.com. Again, there is the back, sort of like the skeleton of the social media site there. It's fully functional, and I've been told this afternoon that the full site will be over there this weekend. So as of practically Sunday, hopefully without any technical issues, the Pulse Unity will have Pulse Unity Social, and that will be running mega smooth. And alongside that, there will be the new app for the mobile phone that will be submitted to Apple, their iOS store, and onto Google Play. So exciting things on that side. It's all got to be approved, rebranded, and done properly, but they're there. And the proof of work is available for anyone that wants to come in and talk about it. Moving to the coin, we launched earlier this week what is called a sacrifice stage to the Pulse Unity or $PU coin that will be coming out in initially the Ethereum blockchain. Now, the sacrifice stage is simply a way of OGs and those of you that want to get involved really early in this project to get yourselves a good position. For every dollar staked, for every dollar sacrificed at this stage, you get by return 100 of the PU tokens, which will be tradable as soon as we go live on the blockchain. More exciting than that, and because we've moved to Pulse Chain, we have had a sort of a Devi type chat this afternoon, and we'd like to, and we will be, rolling out by this weekend a fully working testnet of PU coin. So people that are already in the sacrifice and have been earning $PU or the token PU, as soon as we're live on the testnet, you'll be able to go ahead and play around with that and give us your feedback and comments as to how smooth that is and how that's working for you. It doesn't detract from us going to launch on the blockchain through Ethereum. It's just a great way for us to verify ourselves with the Pulse Chain people, and a great way for you guys to just see who we are and test what we're doing. Great question from Kenta Crystally, and nice to see you in here. The total supply counter hasn't been determined just yet. The way it's going to work is we first go through the sacrifice stage, and basically for every dollar that is sacrificed, you get a 100 PU return. Once the sacrifice stage is finalized, i.e., we've come to the end of that, that will give us our base supply. And then we will multiply that by 5, and that will give you the total supply that will go onto the market. In that way, the OGs, everyone that's here early, that's buying into the sacrifice stage, will be sharing 20% of the distribution, initial distribution. And then once it reaches the blockchain, the maximum wallet size is going to be 1% moving forwards. Is there going to be a use case for the token on the platform? Yes, there will. We are going to be rolling out quite a lot of utility, which we'd be more than happy to run through with you. The biggest thing that we've been working on already, and so some of you guys have got to bear with us a little bit, because this week the conversation was actually due to be that we were launching our NFT collection, which is something we've planned out for months and is ready to go. The exciting thing is that we've taken a step back to do the coin first, because we've got a fantastic website that we've been building out for 8 months, which is originally on shibadogelive.com, which has got working mobile phone apps in the Apple and the Google Play stores. Because of what we're trying to do with the NFTs, and build a very long story with those and have a lot of use case utilities with those, we needed a much more fluid solution for the users and sort of the community. And we have been talking to different people in Pulse Chain for a long time, and found that this is going to be a great solution to give us a use case for the coin. shibadogelive.com originally, but now it's social.pulseunity.com, has got its own trading mechanism. And literally, people will be, as we progress through the project, there will be ways that you'll be able to use Pulse Unity or PU Coin to trade within the actual social system that we're building. And of course, there is, of course, the fact that it's on the market, and you'll be able to buy and sell it like Shiba Inu or just about any other token out there. So at the moment, of course, it's not an asset class. It's a token. It becomes the asset class once we put it onto the blockchain. What we're going to be doing with the Pulse Unity side of things is the supply there. As I said, we're building the testnet part right now, and we're planning that the iteration that will be on the Pulse chain will be used as sort of currency for the NFT collections when they come out. Another great question. The token itself will be neither really deflationary or inflationary. It will be tradable. Literally, there's be a max total supply once we've minted, and we will be creating use cases for that supply as we move through the project. So I would say it's probably more inflationary, because there's going to be you'll be able to break it down from 1 to 100,000 different pieces as we go. but we're building on the particular use case for PU coin as we move forwards. The NFTs, Kenta, I could go on with a completely new AMA on those. The collection is ready to go. It's a great storyline, and it's all about us going to Mars. Of course, Mars, as we know, is a long way away. Everyone wants to try and get there. It's a very bland red planet at the moment. So we are going to be going there a bit later in this decade. Knowing that Elon Musk is already going up there in his rockets, we think he's going to mess the whole thing up. So we're going to send up an army of 10,000 pixels or pixel NFTs that will go up there to put some color onto the planet. And they're going to be supported by other legions of different characters and things like that. We've got a fantastic dev team that are building a part of the app there where you'll literally be able to come in to our app, choose from a range of different character pictures, create your own character from the app. It will go live. So you've minted your own NFT, all sorts of things. We've got so much fun and utility coming from them. Of course, there's going to be a staking platform in there for it, and all sorts. And of course, there'll be merch shops, and that as I said, we basically were going to be doing that this week, and just decided that we really needed to launch PU first, and get this one really tested and into the market, and the NFTs will be very, very soon coming. Okay. If there's not another direct question, I wanted just to again, because this is our sort of really first recording, I wanted to bring out something that has been asked of me quite a lot, and that's about the roadmap. Now, last week, whilst we put together pulseunity.com and we put together the sacrifice stage, we have put up there sort of like a one-page document just outlining what we've been doing really for the last 8 months, and what our basic goals are going to be in rolling this project out to the point where we reach sort of tier 1 exchanges with the coin and sort of benchmarks for the NFTs. What I would like to really talk about here is the actual strategy behind all of this. And of course, we came together to create unity, this bringing unity to DeFi, creating the opportunities for us to raise funds and to have a lot of fun, but with a serious note whereby we're going to be creating money that we can then also go out and use for charity work and great projects around the world. To do that and to make it sustainable, of course, we had to have had a solid plan from the very beginning. It isn't just some sort of idea that's come off the top of our heads. It's something we've been working on for a very, very long time. And the sort of like the coin and the NFTs and everything else are basic iterations of efforts, essentially their fundraising efforts for the whole cause of unity. Now, what's the plan? The plan is that in building the social media network, is that we are creating a central platform that anybody in DeFi can use. And what do I mean by that? A lot of of course, everyone knows Facebook, everyone knows YouTube. We're on YouTube and Telegram, and you've got communities fractioned in these different groups all over the place. With when we started in January, no actual real central platform for their members to actually say, right, this is our home. Not like it's not. Let's have an AMA over on YouTube because that's where some of the audience is, or let's have an AMA over on Twitter because that's where some of the audience is. We wanted a central place that everyone could say, right, this is our house, and we can then go and broadcast to YouTube from it, or we can broadcast to Twitter from it, and we can have a proper sort of Wikipedia of FAQs that are constantly asked about DeFi and crypto wallets and things like that. We can have chat rooms and groups that we can create ourselves or join. Essentially, a one-stop social media site, sort of social media network for the DeFi crypto space. And literally, we've created that. We've got a fantastic site that, as I've said already, it's there and ready for absolutely the community to use. So we've got the ability to not just have on our side, which is sort of what makes Pulse Unity quite special, where we will be having our own currency system, we'll have our own NFT collections, we'll have our own, we've got our plans as we move along to have our own Web3 metaverse and things like that. So there's tremendous amount of things that we're doing, but at the end of the day, it all centers around the fact of us building and creating a massive social media platform. And we believe that using the Pulse chain is going to enable us to do that. Absolutely. And it's great that you bring up things like Snapchat, because as you'll see on pulseunity.com, we're trialing already from the homepage on there the WhatsApp messaging. You can use the Insta message. We can connect to chat rooms. We can connect to anything. And some really exciting things that we've been doing and that the devs have been working on is integrating the app into into Chinese. The website, when you'll see it in literally a few days' time, once we've done the sort of the merge from the old site to the new site, you'll see that translates into 22 languages already. The app that goes with it translates across 22 languages. It's got all of the instant notifications built in. We can switch on and off markets, so there's merch stores. We've got a university course area built in. Everything is there on the one platform for absolutely anybody to come in and use. And of course, the way that we will keep that financed is through people using the PU coin, people using or trading with our or staking with our NFTs. The fact that we will obviously come out with some of our own merch. I've mentioned already that we're building an absolutely revolutionary NFT maker, which is going to go alongside one of the iterations of our mobile app, and that's something we've. I mean, it's not been seen in the market yet, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it's simply going to revolutionize how 90% of the people make NFTs, and it's so simple, and you'll be able to get collections out from your mobile phone within 5 minutes without any programming or anything or any of those sort of costs. We'll be able to do all of that using our coin on the Pulse chain. And that's something to really, we are going to be super bullish when we will in launching that. I want to also, yes, sorry, Ken. You were asking some great questions, by the way, and I thank you for that. You're actually helping make this a lot easier for me in structuring my answers. So yes, essentially it is your one-stop shop in one project. It's technically can grow out. It's the sort of like the oak tree, and then all of the branches come out from us, as opposed to all of these groups being built individually from Facebook or Twitter and YouTube and trying to come together. They start with us and then build out from there. And we feel that is a much more fluid solution, and that we've got the platform. If people don't want to use our brand, i.e. pulseunity.com, then at least our team have got the expertise to go into other communities and help them build out similar to us. And of course, the sort of like the business model and the role models there. So it's not something that we're just planning to keep to ourselves. Of course, the idea is that these people from the DeFi community come and join us, but we really want this to spread so that crypto, DeFi, NFT communities, everyone generally starts building out their very own social media platforms, as opposed to relying on the few that are available and that we're all beholden to. Kenta, the platform's already running. We've built the platform's built. It's just being transferred from where it was on one domain over to pulseunity.com, which should be completed this weekend, as far as I'm aware from the devs this afternoon. It's only the mobile app which we're not 100% sure on as to whether we've got to do a complete full resubmission to Apple and Google stores, or whether we can do a light, what I'd call a light touch brand rebrand now, because we've already got a new version which we were going to release at the end of this month anyway. So we're trying to not give ourselves too much work, extra work. We're also not trying to overpromise everybody things that we then suddenly don't deliver on time. But those bits are actually already live, and is just a question of moving things from one place to the other. With regards to your question about the Pulse chain, again, we will move as slowly or as fast as the they decide to move at Pulse Chain, we're going to be building the testnet for PU coin over the next couple of days on Pulse Chain, as opposed to doing it on Wrinkleberry or the others. Really, just as demonstration to the Pulse community about that we know what we're doing. They can then sort of see this coin working on their network, play around with it. We've got a lot of people that are coming in, making sacrifices already to the project ahead of us launching on the actual on the East network. And we thought it would be a great fun way as well to technically give them their tokens uh, up front, so that everyone that's sacrificing right now, instead of having to wait for us to go live and then play around with the coin, they'll be able to literally play around with it on the Pulse Chain network testnet, and we'll be able to play around with it on the website as well. We'll build out a little shop or something, so people get used to being able to buy and sell things on the website using Pulse Unity. Just checking I'm not missing anything. So yeah, I think I just add a little tiny bit more to that, because at the end of the day, we are ourselves very new to Pulse Chain. We've literally made a transition this week, so we're playing. I can't say catch up. We sort of know what we're doing, but we're literally just getting to know, even having initial conversations with people in the community, getting to have a full understanding of their time frames and what's happening with their projects. I've been listening in on a few of the YouTube channels. The guys there are absolutely amazing, and I know that they've got live projects already, Hex and staking things and other things going on. So it's not as if they're waiting around for anything. We're not going to wait around for anything. We will build. We can build utility even off the testnet, because the coin's already going to be tradable on the ERC20 network, and also the NFTs will be launched very, very soon after. And as soon as they're launched, of course, we'll go through the minting stage. There'll be a staking stage, and it's sort of been suggested already, a PU2 version of the coin that we use specifically for trading against Hex or something like that for staking purposes. So there's a tremendous amount that those guys are doing. I can only really give you hints as to where that conversation is going to end up. We know exactly what we're doing in our roadmap into that, and we're super excited for when they do launch, because it's just extra. It's going to be really more bullish stuff that we can come out with as well. We're just we're newbies there as well. So I don't want to start saying that we're coming out with revolutionary stuff when we're not, because when you actually go over to Pulse Chain guys and you see what they're already coming out with, I'm actually having to sit back this week and think, right, actually, this part of our project, okay, we're going to have to move like lightning to get first to market. So I could see a bit of a scrap over there for who gets to market with some things first, but I'm looking forward to the challenge. I love it, Kent. Well, look, we know that Elon's on his way up to Mars. We don't want to leave him alone, and the moon's already been done 100 times. So in honesty, I'm fed up of going into chat rooms seeing when moon, and not enough people saying when Mars. So let's leave the moon behind, shall we? And let's just head to where we're really going to go and take our time getting there properly. Which brings me really to the part which I've been itching to say, and this is really a first. No one that knows me, no one that knows the project, even a tiny bit, will have ever actually heard me tell you what the 5-year plan is and the ethos behind it and what the actual structure is behind it. So we will be putting out more videos about this. We'll be adding this into the roadmap properly. But I need you guys to focus on one word, which is power. And we've decided to use the word power as our 5-year initial roadmap. What does that mean? And why use the word? Because it gives a little bit of structure and it looks quite nice in the marketing materials and stuff. But it's quite obvious. P stands for pulse, pulse unity. And RP, just so that I don't mess up the exact hash lines that we've got, but basically it's allowing us to be the pulse to create the beating heart of DeFi. So pulse unity is about bringing unity to DeFi, bringing everyone together. We want to be that beating heart, and to that extent, we've been building the social media networks. We've been building the apps. We're out there talking to people, and we really should never actually be in conflict with any one community. We should be able to always be free and unbiased, and people be able to just come in and drop in and chat to us without any sort of FUD or any sort of or anything, because there's none in our channel, and we certainly wouldn't be going into anyone else's channel to do that, because we're unity, and that's what we're supposed to be about, and it's what the whole project's about. Then we've got O. Now, we chose the word opulence, which is a bit of an interesting one. But the idea is that, of course, we are in crypto and we need a little bit of luxury in our lives. We need to have a bit of fun. Now, I sort of look at that from our perspective. We work round the clock sometimes. And then occasionally you want to take a break. And you should be free to be able to take that break and do what you want with your lives when you want to do it. Not be dictated to because the government tells you what to do, or that you're sort of shackled by normal confines. So we really wanted to have a part in our roadmap whereby there's going to be a place where in the community, everyone gets to share. And we can work on that. I mean, I can explain the individual details of those parts in much more detail. And we've got a ton of more video content to come out on that. But we're looking at co-ops, we're looking at profit shares, we're looking at the staking platforms. Literally everybody, when you drive down on the detail of our project, everybody in the community ends up sharing in the economy and in the rewards, from the lowest, from the smallest investments up to the biggest investments. Absolutely no one is left behind. So everyone has the chance of a little bit of opulence, a little bit of luxury, just for being involved with us. Then we use the W for the word work. And it doesn't matter, even if we decide to retire, we always work. But we're in crypto. And at the end of the day, we want our money to work for us, not us have to constantly have to work for our money. And the beauty of the blockchain, the beauty of crypto, the beauty of DeFi is there are so many intuitive and free ways whereby we can create uh, investment platforms and staking platforms and things like that. So we wanted to make sure in our roadmap that we would be having products in there that would be providing opportunities for your crypto to work for you. So there would definitely be products where you would be able to stake and earn returns. There'd be shops whereby if you needed to sell merchandise and things, literally every part of the ecosystem is designed that every holder, every member has got the opportunity to get to let their crypto work for them with us. We use the E for evolution because we are constantly evolving. We obviously we're evolving as human beings, and we know for a fact that crypto is still very young. We everyone keeps talking about we're in the 4%, the 5%, and we know that like 95% aren't even in crypto yet. So I think one of the points that we're always missing is that this crypto itself is going to change. And I think we're going to see a very different crypto market in 5 years than what we're looking at now. And you can already see use cases for things like NFTs changing. And as people are waking up to their true potential, in the same way that 15 years ago when QR codes were becoming popular, people went from that little black and white square to suddenly it's pictures, suddenly it's business cards, and all sorts of things. We Crypto is by far 1,000 times ahead of that, and we've got developers in there doing Web 15 when everyone else is talking about Web 3. So evolution is got to be a part of everybody's roadmap, no matter what the project. And if you haven't got that in mind, then really, my personal opinion, then you really are going to die. You might as well launch. I might as well launch Pulse Unity and call it a scam, or call it a rug pull, because no sooner as we'd have put it on the market, there would be no evolution for it. There'd be no project for it. There'd be no potential use cases for it. And we would just be yet another meme coin, yet another crypto. So I'd like to think that we put some thought in Unity to basically show that in our thinking, we're going to evolve, we're going to respect that the market is going to evolve and that we need to continuously evolve the product range that we're bringing out and the use cases for that product range. My final use in my 5-point plan here of using power is the R. And we decided to pick the word revolution. And because that's really what we're in. we're in crypto, we're in DeFi, we're in NFTs, and all these sorts of things. And we're in a bit of a fight at the moment, aren't we? You've got we know for a fact we've got this is the best thing. It's literally the best possible solution to banking, to creating personal wealth and financial freedom for people. It enables people to take control of how they use their own money, as opposed to having to ask Mr. Government Department or Mr. Bank Manager every time they want to make a withdrawal or borrow or whatever. We can do that within DeFi, and it's a lot simpler, it's a lot faster, and but we're on a bit of a revolution again with this because, of course, the governments don't like us, and the traditional financial system doesn't like us, and we are continuously proving ourselves that we know what we're talking about. And it's funny that we are sort of like miles ahead of them. And the only way that they seem to stop us or think that they could stop us is by continuously changing laws. Because they don't understand this, it's a bit of a fud, it's got to be a scam or it's got to be this. In honesty, they're the scams. Uh, Banks are the biggest scams going. Insurance companies are the biggest scams going. You can't buy a mobile, even a mobile phone, without being told you've got to pay an extra 10 quid a month. For what? Well, can't they make the mobile phones properly in the first place? Can't they make their cars properly in the first place? Instead of continuously scamming us. So I'm a bit of a rebel in this. I think we're in a bit of a revolution. And that's really where you can sort of see from our point of view, we're extremely passionate about Pulse Unity. We're extremely passionate about every single letter I've just mentioned, and we really love every single member. It wouldn't matter to me if it was just one other person. We're quite a few more than that, but I absolutely try and get to know everybody. Um, we Our doors open, and at the end of the day, this is your project. We can't do any of it without yourselves as a community. That really is where I wanted to cover for today. We've not really done that much. We've got a massive AMA planned for tomorrow, and which will be quite fun. And we're going to do a bit more info on the sacrifice stage. I should have a lot more information for the community about the rewards and things like that. It's continuously evolving, as is in our roadmap. So, I mean, really, guys, if you've got other questions, please ask them now while I'm live, or come into the Telegram chat. I think the link's down here. Yes, you've got. They didn't put the Telegram link. Well, the Telegram link is quite straightforward. It's t.me/Pulse Unity Sacrifice. I'll make sure that the team add it onto that later today. Join us on pulseunity.com. There's at the moment that website is really quite dedicated to the sacrifice stage, as you'd expect. But the dev team are building that out so that once we've finished with one use for the homepage, you'll find that that's going to transform very, very quickly over to the next use case. It was actually suggested to me already today, as I think I might have hinted, that we may even be coming out with Pulse Unity 2 quite quickly as well this year, or before Christmas, as a essentially a staking coin. But I would suggest stay really well tuned for that one, because if we do, it's going to be massive, even bigger than we are now. So tons and tons of stuff, guys. I hope you get involved with the sacrifice. I really hope you take this chance to jump on board with us whilst you're super early. It won't matter when you get into the project. You'll always be part of the family. But right now, this is about us being in front of you guys, being totally available, and here to just genuinely answer your questions and give you the chance to shape how you want this project to work for you. So I'd like to say again, thank you to Ken, to Chris Lee. Great AMA with you. And I will hope there's be a few others to join you next time. But again, thank you for the questions. Thank you, AQ. I see a couple of others have joined in and out. And as I'll always finish, see you guys on the other side. Ciao for now.